Week 14, you know, we always like talking about running backs, especially here on the channel of the Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network. Can't wait to get you started on this top 10 to help you boost yourself into the playoffs if you're not in the playoffs already, and if you are in the playoffs, to get you a win on that first week of the playoffs. Without further ado, let's throw up the rankings right over there. Go over at number 10 here. We got Derrick Henry coming in here, going against that Miami Dolphins defense that ranks 10th among opposing running backs. Derrick Henry, you know what he's been doing as of late, the last couple weeks, multiple touchdowns in these games, and I'm telling you, against the Miami Dolphins, if they want to have any type of success, they need to be able to run Derrick Henry early and often. I think Will Levis may have a struggle with this pass defense of the Miami Dolphins. They're going to need to establish the run game against Derrick Henry. Easily puts him in at number 10. Like I said, if they want to have a chance at even coming close to beating the Miami Dolphins, they're going to need to establish Derrick Henry, and there's not a bigger fear of a running back in the NFL right now than Derrick Henry, because he could stiff arm you at any given moment, and I love to watch this guy play. Derrick Henry, not what he once was, not a top back really anymore, but he is a very good serviceable running back, and I like him this week against the Dolphins. Coming here at number 9, I'm talking about Saquon Barkley going against that Green Bay Packers defense that ranks 24th against opposing running backs. Coming here off the bye week, I think Saquon Barkley is the key to success for the Giants. They're having a little bit better play out of the quarterback position now that Daniel Jones isn't playing right now, but Saquon Barkley gets all the carries. They look at him out of the backfield. He's a phenomenal play, and if the Giants want to have any type of success, they have to use Saquon Barkley into this offense, and he's able to put up a lot of fantasy points. He's had a very good fantasy season so far. He stayed out of the injury bug for the most part, maybe nicks here or there, but Saquon Barkley having a solid play, easily number 9 here going against this Green Bay Packers defense. I think he's going to find some success. Definitely get Saquon Barkley in your lineups. Coming here at number 8, talking about Josh Jacobs taking on that Minnesota Vikings defense that ranks 9th against opposing running backs. Josh Jacobs not clearly what he was last season when he was the number 1 fantasy running back, but he's still a viable running back. I think it's more likely just a quarterback issue of why the offense isn't moving as well as it is, not necessarily Josh Jacobs, but he's getting a lot of carries. Now, the Vikings defense, is quite well against the run. You know, it's 9th against opposing running backs, but I think just the sheer volume that Josh Jacobs does find, not really another running back on this roster that's going to give Jacobs any type of run for his money. I do like his opportunities here against the Vikings. They got Devontae on the outside. He's going to be doing really, really well for us as well to keep a lot of pressure off of Josh Jacobs. I think it's going to be a phenomenal play for Josh Jacobs overall. They're going to get established to run quite well, even though they have a stud kind of defense against the run. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have a solid game for you coming in at number 8. So moving along, number 7, we're talking about Austin Ekeler going against that Denver Broncos defense, ranked 32nd in the NFL against opposing running backs. And I know you guys are probably thinking, why is Austin Ekeler way down here at number 7 when he's going against a defense who ranks dead last in the NFL? Well, quite frankly, Austin Ekeler, look at all the games he's been playing here. He's not been doing anything. He's been really, really bad this season. He's not getting enough opportunities, whether it's 10 carries a game, and he's not doing much with those. So even though we're going against a Denver Broncos defense who ranks dead last against running backs, I have no faith that Austin Ekeler can even put up any type of fantasy points to help you. Yes, if you have Austin Ekeler, are you starting him? Absolutely. You're not benching the guy. I'm just saying that there's better quarterbacks above him that I believe will be way better when it's all said and done, have way more fantasy points than Austin Ekeler, because he's not just doing anything with the rock, and that is troublesome. Coming in here at number 6, talking about Travis Etienne going against that Browns defense who ranks 12th against opposing running backs. Now, there's a big question mark I have with Travis Etienne as well. That's why I have him down here. Number 1, Cleveland's defense overall is pretty good. Number 2, what's the health of Trevor Lawrence? Like, what's going to happen with that? Is it going to be all eyes focused on Travis Etienne, which is going to be even worse for this guy? So yes, he's not in my top 5. He's still at number 6, but I think Travis Etienne is going to have a rough time here with the Cleveland Browns. If you have him, you got to start him, but you're not excited about this matchup. Coming in at number 5 here, let's talk about Rashad White going against that Atlanta Falcons defense who ranks 5th against opposing running backs. I like Rashad White. I like what he's getting. He's getting a lot of opportunities, a lot of carries. I like what he's doing. He's got a really good baseline. He's going to at least get you probably the 13, 14, 15 points in the game. I like what he can do because of his floor is so high. You know, I like those running backs with a high floor. most of the time this season, he's running for quite a few yards. So he's not gonna give you those breaking 30 point type of games, but I'd say his floor is so high, and going against an Atlanta Falcons team, which I think that he's gonna run the ball quite a bit. Even though they rank 5th, he's gonna find some success. He gets all the carries in the backfield, except for maybe 1 or 2 in a whole game. Rashad White, he's a killer play as always. Get the guy in your lineup. He comes in at number 5. Talking about number 4, talking about Zack Moss here. I think that, you know, taking over, he still had, what, 19 carries last week, even though he wasn't able to put up the yardage that we wanted to see him. But he's taking on the Cincinnati Bengals defense, ranks 23rd against opposing running backs. Zack Moss still with the opportunity alone and going against the Bengals defense, who is known to give up some big plays to the running back spot. I think Zack Moss is in a good spot here. Get him in your lineup. That's why I got him at number 4 real easy. Coming at number 3, Isaiah Pacheco. This dude runs like a madman, and he's having so much success as of late. And against the Buffalo Bills, they're going to need to establish the run, right? So, you know, Patrick Mahomes is going to have his day against these Bills, but they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to establish that, and they're going to want to run the clock out, right? 18th against opposing running backs. I think Pacheco is going to have yet another solid game. I can't believe I have Isaiah Pacheco at number 3 on my list, but it's well worth it. I think it's a phenomenal play. Come here at number 2, we're talking about Alvin Kamara taking on that Carolina Panthers defense, ranks 30th against opposing running backs. Let's just face it, Alvin Kamara is the entire offense. They have no quarterback play. Derek Carr has been absolutely atrocious. Who knows if he can pass? Concussion protocol. It might even be Winston in there at quarterback. Either way it goes, they're going to want to establish Alvin Kamara, and he can do it. He can do it all. He can run between the tackles. He can catch those swing passes. He can catch anything out of the backfield. I like Alvin Kamara, and against the defense that can't stop anything, he should be a smash play this week. And coming in at number 1, who else? We're talking about Christian McCaffrey going against that Seattle Seahawks defense that ranks 29th against opposing running backs. And I told you guys last week, that's why I had Christian McCaffrey at number 3. It wasn't because of his talent. It was just based on the defense alone. And I'm telling you, this week, he goes right back to number 1. This Seattle Seahawks defense is not the Eagles defense. And I'm telling you right now, Christian McCaffrey will have a bomb of a game. He's going to be explosive all over the field against the Seattle Seahawks. They won't be able to stop him whatsoever. They're bad for a reason, and Christian McCaffrey will expose them. As always, appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you guys so much here. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit it already. We're on our way to 700 subscribers. We're trying to get you guys week in, week out, multiple videos to help you set the best lineup possible. Again, here at this channel, we're not trying to give you these default rankings, right? We think with our own mind, and we try to develop a rankings to best help you based on how we think. Don't look at names all the time. It's not about the names. It's about you setting the best lineup possible, and that's what I hope I can help you do. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Is there anybody out there that I missed that you think should be in the top 10? I love going back and forth with everybody. Be respectful. I'm gonna be respectful for you guys, because a lot of times you guys say some crazy things when you guys don't believe what I'm saying. But I'm just, you know, I have my opinions. You guys have yours. But anyway, I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.